West is propaganda. We are out here in Northwest Arkansas because I refuse to call it the NWA. There's no way in the world I'm going to call it that. But as every other video that we've done with this amazing collab with Onyx Coffee Lab, we got champion sound over here. Everybody we've done these things with are champions. So this is world-renowned, world-famous, #1 latte art dude, Lance. Y'all make some noise for Lance. You can't hear us though. Lance is gonna teach us. Lance is gonna teach me at least, because if you know me, every time you follow me, it's always just regular brewing. And maybe I'll pull a shot, but you ain't never seen no latte art on my thing because I am terrified of it and I don't get the physics. Cool. So we're gonna learn.
All right, yeah, so we're gonna go over steaming real quick. Steaming's actually way overrated as far as its difficulty. Super easy. All you have to do is get the right wand position and then the movement's down. So all steaming is, first thing first, we're gonna get that wand in the right position. We're just gonna pull it all the way out. Okay. We want it to be about 40 degrees, and that is gonna be where it lives. We're not gonna touch that again through the whole steaming process. So that's super easy, that's out of the way. We've got one thing out of the way. Now we're gonna talk about wand positioning inside of the pitcher itself. Now this is where it can be funky to get on camera, but what we're gonna do is, to begin, we're gonna get that wand flush in the spout and against the back wall of the pitcher.
Oh, okay.
And then what we're gonna do is we're going to get that wand into the center of the pitcher. The way we do that is just by tilting. And you see I'm keeping connection with the wand on the spout. And then one more movement. Now I'm halfway from front to back. I want it to be a quarter to the side. So I'm just gonna tilt it to the side. So now, from an above view, there's a little milk in here, but we're going halfway and a quarter. Either way, it doesn't matter, halfway and a quarter. And the reason we're doing that, halfway and a quarter, is to optimize the steam that's coming out in order to get that centripetal force going. We want this milk to spin the whole time to integrate all of the air that we're injecting into the milk.
Okay.
So the way that we're going to create, you were talking about you don't understand the chemistry of it, well, the way that we're creating foam is based off the casein proteins in dairy milk. So what we're doing is we're injecting air, we're blasting up these protein chains, and then they're recentering around air bubbles. That's literally what's going on a chemical level.
So the milk's getting bloated.
Exactly, that's exactly right. And so the only way we do that is by exposing these holes at the tip of the steam wand. So it begins, we submerge the steam tip at the very beginning. So when we start it, that tip is submerged. So my hand is the level of milk. So it should be submerged.
So it's barely any milk in that thing.
No, we're gonna have milk all the way up to here, but my hand is just a level of milk. So like if this was where the milk is, that's milk. So it's gonna be just barely submerged. Those holes are not exposed, right? So we're gonna start like this. So it's right here, and this is how deep it is.
Got you.
We're gonna turn this on, and so those holes are still submerged. Then we're gonna grab it with both hands, and we're slowly gonna pull down, keeping our angle, but pull down until we hear the sound of ripping paper. Now what that is called stretching, all right? So that's stretching milk. It's literally increasing the volume of the milk. So it starts here, and we're gonna stretch it, right? So as we pull down and the milk level goes down, those holes are now exposed, and it's gonna be injecting air into those protein bonds. And it's going to be creating that foam that's gonna be stabilized using those proteins. Now, after that temperature of the pitcher matches the temp of your hand, so around 100 degrees, we're gonna be done with our stretching. We're just simply going to re-raise that pitcher so that milk resubmerges the tip. Yeah. And then we're just gonna let it spin.
You know, you started this whole thing saying it was real simple.
Well,
then you said a gang of words. And I'm like, that didn't seem simple to me. But I'm gonna watch you do it, and all of that's gonna make sense.
It is, because literally, I just like to go in depth with my explanation. In reality, it is just a couple movements. Once you have that wand position, which is easy, right? We pull that wand out all the way. Yeah. We go here, halfway quarter. That's easy, right?
Got it.
Then the only thing we're doing is we're turning it on, we're going down, we're going up, and that's all steaming is.
Word.
So it is actually simple. It's just I like to go in depth, and it can get confusing, right? Yeah. So but that's all we're doing. So we're going here, halfway, quarter. We're going to go down until we hear the ripping paper sound, and then we're going to go right back up. And then you turn it off. Then you turn it off. Boom. That's it. Easy peasy. So we're gonna let me grab a mug real quick.
That's the sound. It goes.
That's actually right head on. All right. So
I don't know, Bear. All right.
First things first, we're going to clear out the wand, because obviously as steam is sitting in here, it's going to condensate down the water. So we're going to get that water out.
Get out of there.
All right. Now we're going to go 40 degrees.
Up.
Flush. Halfway.
Lean.
Quarter.
Got it.
Barely submerged.
Burly.
On. Then we're going to slowly pull down to that ripping paper. You hear that? You see how it's spinning because of that angle? And we're just going to allow it to keep that stretch sound until the temperature matches the temperature of our hand. So I'm still stretching, so it's not there yet. Boom, it matches. So then I just barely submerge it. The ripping paper sound has stopped. Yeah. And now I'm just letting it spin. I'm just keeping that halfway and a quarter angle.
Now we're just having fun.
Yup. And now I'm just waiting until it's too hot to the touch.
Got it.
And we're almost there. and done. Now I'm gonna turn this
Bang.
off. And there's my rag. And then I'm gonna do what I call Indiana Jones again. I'm gonna take my sandbag and I'm gonna
That's
do
what I
the
be
gold.
seeing them doing.
That's
yeah.
right. Boom. Push that bag so don't burn yourself. Clear out the milk that got up in the wand.
Got it.
Now what we got is we got what looks like wet paint. If you want to
Yes.
get that camera on that.
Wet paint.
Wet paint. So you can kind of go side to side. And it looks actually a little thin, right? It looks like it doesn't have that nice cappuccino texture, but in reality, what's happened is we have fully integrated all the foam throughout that whole solution. So when I pour it into a mug, you're gonna watch just how foamy it is.
How cappuccino it gets.
Yeah.
Dang,
So
it goes
as it
down
sits
light.
here,
Yeah.
that foam's gonna begin to separate as it sits. And then here in a little bit, you see how shiny that texture is? There's
Yup.
a microfoam. Now as it sits, that foam's gonna come to the top, and it's gonna give us a really solid layer up on top. So that we're able to do this right here. Ready? 3, 2, 1, lift off.
With the theatrics, bro, it's not going nowhere.
Nowhere. I learned that from my boy Nicely Able out at Menai's in Venice Beach.
There it is.
we go.
Hey, yeah. I
Yeah.
know those dudes.
Boom. And so that's all steaming milk is. You just get that angle, you go down a bit, and you go back up a bit.
Work the angles.
Easy peasy.
Sharp
You
it.
wanna give it a try?
No, but I'll do it anyway. Because I'm terrified. All right. Give me some milk.
Let's do it.
All
So
right.
we're gonna fill it just up a little bit below the spout. Let me know when it's below the spout. Just right below.
Below the spout, right there.
Perfect. All right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna clear that one first. While it's over
Clear out,
There we
cuz.
go.
There you go.
All right. We're
Lift
gonna
that
make it
dude up.
flush.
Go here.
Yep.
Here.
Halfway court.
Here.
Boom. That's it. Now we're gonna turn it on, and both hands on the pitcher. Both hands on, and then slowly pull down. Boom. Right there. Now stay right there. There. Right there.
Here we go.
We're gonna pull down a little bit. There we go. Now we want to have that rip and paper sound. We're gonna let it
Rip
keep
and
going until it matches the tip of your hand. You feel that bottom. All right. We're just
Yeah.
gonna slowly go up now.
Yeah, that's
We're just
hot.
gonna let it. We're just gonna let it go.
All right.
Just gonna let it spin around. Spin around. All right. When
Mine
it's
is
too hot to
pretty
the touch.
All right.
All right. We're gonna cut it off. Boom.
Yeah, that's hot.
All right. Now Indiana Jones that steam wand. Show me.
All right.
Show me how to clean it. Boom. Push
Down.
it back. and
Flip
clear
that out.
it.
Get the
Boom.
steam out. Bang.
All right. Now we're gonna
Get
get
your mama name, Mill. You know what I'm talking about. I just made some foam milk.
We're gonna do a little shake test.
I'm afraid of the
All right,
shake
so
test.
let's do what's called grooming. We're gonna grooming is just tapping it,
Tap, tap.
and then swirl it. So
Swirl,
tapping
swirl, swirl.
shoots that foam to the top. Swirl reintegrates it.
Reintegrate.
So now we're gonna pour it in the cup.
Okay.
All the way till it's completely full.
So, fill that thing up.
Yeah. Now
Foam
we're gonna-
life.
And tap those bubbles out. There we go.
Tap them bubbles out.
All right, and then we're gonna do the test. Look at that. Perfect milk.
I freaking did it, guys.
Look at that.
I've never done it. I freaking did it.
I was all steamed by hand. First try too. We didn't do anything off camera. That was first attempt. Boom.
I appreciate you.
Oh yeah. Now we'll get into a little latte art design.
And, all right.
All right, so we're gonna do basics of latte art, just a quick latte art theory.
Yeah.
All latte art is you're painting white foam on brown foam. It's just manipulating contrast. So I like to describe it the same way that a painter paints. A painter, in order to paint on a canvas, takes the canvas and stretches it on a wooden frame to set it up, right?
Yeah.
So he has to set it up, he or she has to set it up before they begin painting. Well, in the same way, we have to set our own canvas as latte artists. We have to, in our cup, we have to take that espresso that's not quite thick enough or foamy enough to hold a design, and we have to add milk foam to it. And that's what I call setting the base or setting up our canvas. So the first thing we're gonna do after we steam our milk and pour our espresso is we're gonna pour just a little bit of this milk into the cup to integrate with that espresso. That way we have brown, essentially it turns down to brown milk foam and white milk foam. And then we're just going to paint using our paintbrush, and we're going to rely on proximity, so how close we get the spout to the surface of the liquid. We're going to rely on flow rate, so how quickly that foam is coming out, and we're going to rely on the rotation of the cup, so moving it like so. All right. So it all make like latte art.
No, that's
seems,
it seems right. That's the part I always get nervous on, because it's like, because I know you got to fill the thing first,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, when do you know it's full enough to start painting on the top?
Sure.
And that's what I always get scared. I'm like, oh, I got it there. Oh, I messed you. I mean, yeah.
No, absolutely, and that makes sense. So there, and this gets into more advanced latte art theory, I guess. But you can do different levels. It doesn't really matter. Like you can start really early on, but there's not enough foam to hold the design. So
Yeah.
if you start too early, it's going to blow out, right?
Yeah.
If you go too late, your design's going to be tiny because
Yeah.
how much foam there is. So the more milk you pour in, the more foam's going to be here. The more concretized it's going to be. The way I like to describe
Hey,
it is
say concretized again.
concretized.
The hell does that mean?
Oh, it's like concrete. It's like
Concrete.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
dope.
So
There it is.
my bad.
No, it's all good. That's dope.
So the way I like to describe it is, when you're about 30% full with that milk, it's kind of like day one of laying concrete.
Got you.
So you can like put your hand in, it's not gonna really hold a form because it's so fresh.
Gotcha.
Right? Day 2 is about 50% full. Day 2 of the concrete, you can go in and you can write your name and it'll hold the design really well.
Gotcha.
Day 3 is like 75% full, where the concrete's pretty much hard. If you use a stick, it's going to crumple up. It's a little malleable, but it's going to crumple up, right?
Gotcha.
And then if it's all the way full, it's like hardened cement. You're not going to add any shapes at that point.
Gotcha.
So that's what's happening. So you can fill up all the way here and make a design. It's just going to be a lot smaller because how concretized it is.
Gotcha.
Right. So, but all we're going to manipulate today is we're just going to do a simple design. We're just going to do a heart. And what we're doing here, there's no wiggling involved. There's nothing involved other than getting as close as we can to the level of the liquid. So we're going to tilt this cup till the liquid is all the way here after we have created our canvas. Then we're going to get that spout. You see how close I can get that spout to the surface? Yeah. If it was like this, I'm 2 inches away.
Gotcha.
Like this, I'm touching it.
Gotcha.
Right? So we're going to get as close as possible. Then we're going to rely on our knowledge of flow rate in order to create the design.
Gotcha. So that's you got to have a steady hand for that part.
Oh, big time. And you got to have like the nerves to know you're going to rotate it and not spill. So if you keep it here and you keep filling it, it's going to start spilling, right?
Yeah.
So with flow rate, simply broke down. The slower you pour, why is this making this noise? Anyway, it's being loud.
Maybe it's heating up.
It's telling me something. So the slower you pour, the less foam comes out.
I don't know what that means.
The slower you pour, the less foam comes out. The faster you pour, the more foam comes out. So if you pour really slowly the whole time, what's going on essentially is that foam doesn't want to leave the pitcher. It loves that friction of that metal. It's like, let me stay. We're like, no, get out. So you got to pour a little bit faster. And then obviously as the foam gets more and more thick in this cup, you have to pour faster and faster and faster, right? So all we're going to do today is we're going to take it, we're going to build that base, we're going to stretch the canvas over the wooden frame like a painter would. We're going to get as close as we can after we do it, so 2 separate pours.
Okay.
And then we're going to just begin pouring and go faster and faster and faster until we have that big blob for a heart. And at the very end, we're going to use what I like to call the sinkhole of the pour. So wherever milk is pouring, think about it, it's creating a sinkhole, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you took your finger and dipped it, but it's like constantly dipping, right?
Gotcha.
So it's going to cause a sinkhole. So at the end, you have that blob. If you just lift the pitcher up so you're no longer allowing foam to sit on top and you're relying on gravity, if you make what's called a pull through, you pull through like this, it's going to sink the middle and will create a crease.
Yeah.
And it makes that noise.
It makes that noise.
It goes like
he
that.
said a lot of science in this that was like really amazing, and also how you said concretized twice in this is the magic to me. Anyway, let's go.
I love it. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna get our espresso going. Let me wipe out this pour filter. We don't want channels. We got that pour. If that basket's wet, we're gonna get some channels.
Hey, homie, you know what I'm saying? You don't want no channels. You don't want no stations. You don't want none of that.
We want a river that doesn't have any of those channels coming off of it.
Hey, no estuaries. You know what I'm saying?
way.
No tributaries. You know what I'm talking about? You don't know what you're talking about.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and clear out this group head just in case there's some ground stuck on it as this is taking.
It's
Stop
time.
grinding. There we go. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do a little horizontal settling.
Yeah, where your
Put
tamp
this
stamp. There it is.
Just like Bear's tamp stamp.
Just like
Sure.
Bear's tamp stamp.
Replace that tamp and put this up in here.
So you don't tamp that. I think one thing I be doing at home is like with my tamp, I'd be like,
oh, you don't need that.
but you don't need to do all that, huh? See,
So
now
I'm
I
gonna,
know.
I'm gonna take this out and I'm gonna talk about tamping just real quick. The reason I'm taking this out is because A, condensation, it's gonna start extracting.
Bang, bang.
And B, it's so hot and this is so dry it can burn the puck. So I'm taking that out and letting it sit to the side for a second. With tamping, all you gotta do is you gotta push until the ground stops moving. After that's about 25 pounds of pressure for a typical particle size of espresso. So after that, the only time you're going to get more, I guess, less space between the grounds is once you hit around 550 pounds of pressure, which Dwayne The Rock Johnson can't do.
Yeah.
All right, I'm calling him out. So if he sees this, come on, baby, show me you can tamp 550. Anyway, so that's all you got to do is about.
So you really don't even need it.
No, you don't. You just barely push it. All right. Then we're going to put this in. We're going to start the extraction. I'm going to clear that out. And I'm gonna do this right here, boom. Halfway and a quarter.
Halfway and a quarter.
I'm putting this up to keep
tear
as much
sign.
trim as possible for contrast for the camera.
You understand what I'm talking about?
Oh, all the time.
Look at that.
All right, so I'm just barely stretching it.
Hey, is the split of in the two river thing coming out just an aesthetic choice, or does that do anything?
Oh, it's cleaner, A, and B, you can split it into 2 separate shots.
Gotcha.
When people want a single shot, it's better to pull a double because the bed depth and the amount of coffee you can fit in there, you can get a better extraction than to do a more shallow bed and do less coffee.
Yeah.
So, all right, so
Makes sense.
always forget where I put my rag.
Indiana Jones, that baby.
That's right. Boom. Push
Whack,
back,
whack,
clear it out.
bang,
bada
clean
bing.
it.
All right, so this is all Latte Art is right here. We're gonna take it.
Get in here, baby.
We're gonna create that canvas.
Create
we're
that
stretching
canvas,
it.
fool.
All right,
And
to
then you
about
just felt
34%.
it. Bow. Because
Boom.
you saw the guy right there.
Right there, and we're gonna go.
Lean it. Push that boy. Turn
gonna
that boy.
lift. See
Lift
that
that boy. Push that guy.
See that? Boom.
That's how you do it.
Just a little
Hey,
hard.
next time for a competition, I'll come and do your commentating like that.
Do it.
Lean that boy. Kick that boy.
That's what I want.
push that boy. You know what I'm talking about?
I
Or
want it.
girl. Or you tell me what your adjective is. I say that in not a mocking way. Dead serious.
And there it is.
I don't know
That's
how
what
to
it is.
clean it up. Yes, that's amazing.
Boom. So that's a heart. You just make that blob. You go faster and faster. Then when you're almost full, you slow up your pour. You lift so
Let's
you create
go.
the sinkhole. Pull through.
All right.
You gonna try it out?
Yes, but
do
I'm
it.
terrified.
I
But
love
let's
it.
go.
Love it.
But you know what? Here's the moral of every story I have. Try new things. Oh, I want to do this part when you go,
Do it.
and you knock the thing out
Do it.
because
Oh, I already did it.
you
I forgot I did it.
robbed me. I didn't even see you do it. That's how fast that was.
You can do it on yours, right? So
Yeah.
there you go. You can
All right.
just
Here we go.
take your shot.
Is it already set?
Yes, it's ready. It's
So I
ready.
can just hit.
Oh, you just push it in. Just push the portafilter in.
Oh, just push it.
There's a button back there. Boom. There it goes. Up. You just click it once. There it goes.
Oh,
Bada
that's
bing.
bomb. Your grinder is so much better than mine. It's amazing how it just does that.
Put the portion out for you.
What's with that note? And it's gonna stop when it's dude. It's
Yeah,
all.
he'll stop on its own. Yeah.
This is a great product.
There we go.
Cut the check.
And then the
Tampers. And that's all I needed.
Well, you
But I
got
should
it. So
clean
you
that
need to
guy,
put
right?
it on this so you can actually get 25 pounds of pressure. Yeah. Push it down until it stops moving.
It ain't moving, baby.
There it is.
Clean that guy, right?
All right. Yep. Put
Clean
that in
that
the
guy.
machine. So you'll start it more left,
More left.
like the handle more to the left. There you go, like
and
that.
Spin that boy in there.
Yeah. To lock it tight with that gasket to create a vacuum seal. There
Like
you go.
mine. You
Keep
gotta
it
spin
going.
that boy.
Boom. There it is.
Is that too far locked?
No, that's
Oh,
good. You want to
lock
get it
tight.
until it's tight. Yeah.
I need to get that boy tight. Okay.
And then I just do manual and I'll stop the shot on its own. I don't have it. I don't have these dialed in. All right.
Alright.
You can start your steam if you like.
Okay. Bring that guy. Put that guy. Angle that guy. Turn
Halfway
that guy.
quarter, Yep. Start it and then
Flip that
slowly
guy.
stretch. Pull down until it starts that ripping sound. There you go, right there.
And
Just
bring
let
that
it
boy
rip.
back up. Or
Not
let it
yet.
rip?
We want to let it keep stretching until it matches the tip of our hand. Then, all right, now bring it up so it no longer stretches. There we go. Keep it right there. Just let it swirl.
Till it's too hot. Right?
Yup.
Till it's too hot to handle. Too cold. All right, boy.
All right, turn that off. Boom. And then Indiana
Go
Jones
wrong
it.
way. Okay. Wait, is that off?
Nope, it's not off. Okay,
Dang it,
down. There
my
we go.
bad.
So you're good.
Okay.
Maybe just a little hot. No worries.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Wipe.
push
Push.
down and clear it out.
Clean
Boom.
that guy. Get out of
Done.
here. Get out of here. All right,
There
guys.
you go.
Here's where
right,
we make the ham sandwich. All
All
right.
right, here we go. Let's fill it up 30. Go a little faster than that. Faster.
Faster,
There we
faster,
go.
faster, faster,
And
faster.
stop. Now
Bang.
tilt the cup as much as you can now. There
Tilt
we go.
that
Get
boy.
as close as you can. Let's get it more. Now go.
Now
pour
go.
quick. Pour quick.
Pour quick.
Quicker. There we go. Now lift. Slow down. Lift. Pull through. There we go. That's essentially it. You just gotta.
Look at that. Look
There
at
it
that. Look at that. Look at that apple.
Boom. Look at that.
Hey, wait. Where's yours at? All right, guys. Here we go. Who's ready? All right.
Boom.
We got a pear. We got a pear with a pinky coming out.
I like it.
I'm just saying.
fancy.
It's fancy. It's when in doubt, pinky out, and it's got
Little love there.
little love coming out of there. Little. It's a supernova. This is what this is. It's astronomy. It's a galaxy. That's what it's called. It's called an asymmetrical galaxy in latte art.
That's beautiful. Honestly, it's better than most do first time.
Word. That is literally my first time.
Yeah, it's better than most do. I'm not kidding. Most people don't get any foam out on that top.
Really?
'Cause they're too scared to tilt it all the way.
It's
so
pretty
they're,
scary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the gravity, it's just the foam sinking.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I got
that's
some
great.
foams.
Boom.
Hey, okay. Keep this camera on, because I'm gonna go get my phone and take a picture of this
Oh, you should.
and crack some jokes. Can you guess which one? One of us is a world champion barista. The other is propaganda. There you go. Can you guess which one made what? Okay, this is the hot dog in round. You know what I'm saying? This is what used to be the dunk contest, and is now the three-point contest, because nobody cares about dunking, because it's the law of diminishing returns. That's kind of how dunking is now. You know, how many other ways can you jump up and slam the ball in? So this is now the, I don't know what other comparison to make, but he's finna show off. So, you need me to color commentate here? I'll color commentate it. So now, I don't know if you can hear the pressure building up in the pour filter over there. Just use like totally wrong words. And the espresso is running out. You see that beautiful brown? That brown comes right down out of that machine. Just so silky and smooth. Onyx makes such a great espresso. And I don't know if you can see this foam is real moving. His Indiana Jones wiping his technique is very quick. All right, guys. Now,
I put a little too much milk.
put a little bit too much milk there.
Alright.
Now here we go. Now we got to stretch our canvas here. Get that thing nice and moving. Now it's time for the dance. I am speechless because this is so cool. Ladies and gentlemen, flowers on flowers on flowers, happy hearts, happy life, psychedelics. Notice the movement around the edges here, the control of being able to get the foam almost to break the event horizon right here around the side, right? And then your medulla oblongata, like your gluteus tripas right here, right on the side, dances very perfect with your amygdala right there.
Now I need to hear a flow down there.
Oh wait, go ahead.
You gonna flow?
Well, are you gonna beatbox or
I'm
something?
gonna beatbox for you.
Oh my God, he's gonna beatbox. All right. Okay, he's really beatboxing. I was like, this is about to be terrible. Not terrible, but bearable. Man, I dare fool to step to this lattes. It's Hot J, that's my boy, he's Onyx. Prop the mic and drop this. Hot terraform from Alika. Speak the truth when I beat the in top of the cup that's called Breville. Out in Bentonville when I rip and chill on the Latte Art. I rock the mic and that's Lance in the spotlight. He really be. I was like, here we go. This guy's gonna beatbox. All right, here we go. Hey, bro. Hey, can I beatbox for you? No. Nah, this dude like really beatboxed. Lattes.